What's up YouTube, Pewsily here. Just an update really, just to discuss things, yay! There's a few sort of nothing majors happening really, is it? I mean the big thing really is it's national season. So all across the globe now we're going to have nationals. The first one has just finished, so that was in Greece, in Athens. 152 people attended, something like 26% of people were playing Six Sams, and about 20% of people playing Gravekeepers, and about half of the top 8 were Gravekeepers. So Gravekeepers won it. So the first ever Librarian goes to a Gravekeeper player, which they're never ever going to get out, but what the hell. So I think it just proves now that Gravekeepers have slightly got the edge against Six Samurai. The only reason I think that is because Gravekeepers are a lot more resilient to side decking. I mean, if you go against Six Sam and you side in like Puppet Plants and Kinetic Soldiers, they're like big blockages to Gravekeepers. They can't attack over a defense position. Kinetic Soldier, for instance, and if you steal their Shien with a Puppet Plant, not only are you going to negate something, but you can then ram it into like a Barkion or something for like a big +1 or +2 if you negate something. So like Six Samurai are a good deck, don't get me wrong, they're top tier, but they fall quite heavily against side decking, whereas Gravekeepers don't. I mean, the only thing really that hurt them in side decking is what's it called? Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and you know they've got double MST, so you've got to be quite careful against that. Don't side Consecrated Light, side Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, because Consecrated Light obviously is going to be on the field, and if your opponent is a smart Gravekeeper player, all they will do is normal summon a Commandant, and Commandant's Earth, so they'll just attack over it, so you won't get anywhere with that. So that obviously doesn't happen with Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. So yeah, Gravekeeper's slightly above, I would say, but it's sort of getting to the point where it might be worth main decking things to hurt them, and nothing massive, but maybe just Effect Veilers. If you're not already, Effect Veilers getting to the point where you sort of have to main deck it, and when we get Hyper Librarian, you will have to main deck it, just because because like the Fish FTK thing is going to be a big reason to main deck it. If you Effect Veiler the Armory Arm, then Fish FTK will clog up their field and they can't like do the infinite Trisha loop, or if you do it on a DeLorean, then they can't bounce the symbols and the Trishula back. So yeah, Effect Veiler. I wouldn't recommend a playset though, I think that's overkill. I think 2. Moving on though, next at my locals this weekend, Saturday 21st, we've got a pretty big event going, big by Bristol standards anyway. We call it Kribo Cup 4, but it's basically a winner Trishula tournament. Winner will get Trishula. Second place we're thinking a Fossil Diner, because that's also amazing, this format. And then it's packs and everything after that. So it's in Bristol, in a place called Area 51 on Gloucester Road. Google it, they've got a website where you can get directions and stuff there. So if you live fairly nearby, like Wales or whatever, come down. There's guys from Worcester, there's Team Archetype coming, I'll be there. The Spectrum is coming, so links will be all over the place for shout outs and stuff, and you've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Kid, and you've got Dragon Cut 17, and yeah, if you can turn up, do turn up. It'll be £15 entry, and you get a shot at winning a Trishula. So if you don't have a Trishula, why not turn up this weekend? And you get to meet me! Moving on though, Fabled. Just a quick bit about them. I took them to a tournament last week, and I went toe-to-toe with Samurai. It was only a 4-round tournament, but I played 3 Samurai decks, beat 2 of them, and went to time with the 3rd. Should have won, but I lost, but what the hell. So Fabled have actually got, now that it was Tengu Fabled, so now that we've got Tengu, they've got what it takes to be top tier. So do not underestimate Fabled, I'm telling you. What else was there? Extreme Victory is a bit poo at the moment. There's not really any sort of massive combos out there, are there? I mean, Tengu's obviously good. Blue Rose Dragon's alright. It's being used in like Tengu plants and stuff. But there's also the Tour Guide from the Underworld. That has some combos with Dark World when they get the structure deck, because Grapha, you like discard stuff, or the field spell, you can normal summon the Tour Guide and special summon out a Brow from your deck, and then bounce Braille back to your hand to special summon a Birdman from your hand, and then discard the Braille from your hand to special summon stuff. So it's a bit of a roundabout way of doing it, but it's a way of always constantly ensuring that you've got Dark World monsters, so it might increase consistency, but I'm not a big fan of it. I would rather just use Raven and spam the crap out of gold and silver. What else is there? There was something else I was going to talk about. Finally managed to get hold of some stuff I've been after for a while. I got hold of my second Super Icarus and my ultimate deck Devastation viruses. So now really I'm just after a Super Spirit Reaper and a Super Snipe Hunter. If you have them, PM me and we'll talk. There really was something else. What was it? Oh yeah, Hyper Librarian. Should hopefully be coming out, hopefully, end of this month. The release date's a bit vague for it, just says late May, early June. So, well, knowing how things always go, it'll probably be early June, but I'm hoping for late May. Because Hyper Librarian it's going to be legal from 5th of July, but it's going to break everything. It's going to get to the point where it'll be sort of like normal summon Reborn Tengu, use 1 for 1 to get out Glow Bulb, and then you've got 2 Hyper Librarians, you'll have drawn 1, still have a 3rd Tengu on the field, and you won't have normal summoned yet. Thing's going to be broke. I can't wait to run that. It's going to be amazing. It's just, yeah, the mad things that you can run like Warwolves and things with it, Warwolf and Doppel Warrior and stuff, things to special summon to go into it, because you'll really need to conserve your normal summon. I don't know what else to say really. No, I guess I'll leave it at that then. Basically, yeah, I got a Tengu build, the build that I used and went and beat loads of Samurai decks. I'll post that up later. It's changed slightly because I dropped it down to 40 cards, but it's basically the same, so I'll post that up. Gravekeepers still are annoying, but you're going to need to side heavily for them if you go to any major tournament. We've got Nationals coming up. It's in Bristol, yay. Yeah, that's June the 12th, so a month tomorrow. So you might as well come. If you're in the UK, come to the UK Nationals. I'll be there. 3-day event, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so I'll be there all 3 days. If you want to come and say hi to me. Because it's right in my back door. And I really, really, really want to top that. So I'm torn at the moment between Veu Turbo, which I'm good with, and Fabled, which I'm good with. So I've got to do some testing with that really. Other than that, it's yeah, we got Duelist Pack Crow coming out that's at the end of May as well actually. So the only thing decent out of that really is Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, and there's a structure deck as well. Is that Agent Angel? The Lost Sanctuary structure deck. So you get like Hyperion and that, so I really recommend looking up that. That's got some like big control aspects to it, so that will be a contender. They'll be sort of better than Gladiator Beasts, but not as good as Gravekeepers and 6 Sam, so once that's released you'll have to keep an eye out for it. But other than that, rate, comment, subscribe as always. Subscribe to my buddies. We'll have the Spectrum, formerly Blackstorm 4280. We got Dragon Cut, Trusted Trader, 17 Dragon Cut, and we've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Kid 2010. All go to my locals, all great guys. Look them up. See you, YouTube.